Hello students, welcome today class 9th standard science unit 19 plant physiology. In this lesson we are going to learn about tropism in plants and types of tropism, Gnostic movement and photosynthesis, requirements of photosynthesis, transpiration, types of transpiration, exchange of gases. We know very well animals are moving from one place to another place in search of food, shelter, and for reproduction. Do plants show such movements like this, like animals? Have you observed the leaves of Mimosa pudicica touchminot plant, total chunigi plant? Yeah, when you are touch the touchminot plant, it closes on touching. Where Helianthus annulus, sunflower, it follows the path of sun from dawn to dusk, from east to west, it follows the sunlight. So these movements are triggered by an external stimuli. Unlike animals, plants do not move on their own from one place to another place, but can move their body parts from getting sunlight, water, and nutrients. They are sensitive to external factors like light, gravity, temperature. So in this lesson, we'll study about various movements in plants, photosynthesis and transpiration. The first topic, tropism in plants. So tropism is a movement of plant body parts. So tropism is a unidirectional movement of a whole or part of a plant towards the direction of stimuli. Let's study about types of tropism. So tropism is classified based on the nature of stimuli. Tropism is classified phototropism. Study one by one the types of tropism. So tropism means the movement of body parts. First one, see the response by part of plant towards or away from the stimulus coming from one direction. So the movement is always a growth movement. Whether it's a root or shoot, it gets growth bent. So based on that movement, the responsible is classified phototropism, geotropism, heterotropism, digmotropism, hemotropism. You know very well, the shoot part of plant it grow towards the light. That is what phototropism. The root grow towards the gravitational force. It's geotropism. So positive and negative. The shoot part is grow towards the light is a positive growth band. It's grow away from the gravitational force. It's negative growth band. Phototropism is a growth response to light. Geotropism is a growth response to gravity. Negatively geotropic. The shoot part, it grow away from the gravitational force that is called as negatively geotropic. Positively phototropic, the shoot portion grow towards the sunlight. It is positively phototropic. Advantages of shoot growing towards light, trap more light for photosynthesis. Then away from gravity, the shoot of a germinating seed grows out of the soil. More chance for pollination and seed dispersal. The advantages of shoot growing towards the light and away from the gravitational force. Next one, geotropism is tropism movement that follows Earth gravitational force. So positive geotropism Is geotropism movement that it is direction it's downward. It's grow towards the gravitational force. Negative geotropism is geotropism movement that is direction upward that grow away from the gravitational force. That is negative geotropism. In halophytes, it grow away from the gravitational force. The halophytes roots are grow away from the gravitational force. So these halophytes, the breathing roots, some mangrove plants develop special kinds of roots negatively geotropic for respiration because the soil becomes saturated with water and aeration is very poor. They have a number of breathing pores or nematophores for exchange of gases. For example, Avicennia rhizophora, which contain the roots, is called as breathing roots. These breathing roots grow away from the gravitational force. Next one, hemotropism. So tropism movement that is caused by chemical substance stimulus. Some if you apply the fertilizer, some manure, the root part it grow towards the fertilizer. That movement is called as hemotropism. Next one, pygmotropism is tropism movement that is caused by stimulus of touch to harder thing. For example, the twiner tentacula plant movement is called as pygmotropism. The climbers is movement, pygmotropism movement. Is hydrotropism movement. It's a movement of plant root that is influenced by reservation of soil water. The movement of plant parts towards the water is known as hydrotropism. Next one, NASTIC movement. Is plant movement to stimulus that its direction is not determined by stimulus but by plant itself. So kind of nastic movement. Photonasty, nectinasty, pygmonasty, thermonasty, and complex nasty. Photonasty, we can see the Mirabilis jalafa flower at 4 o'clock plant. The flower blooming at 4 o'clock. The flower at certain time they are given. The 4 o'clock plant, why it get the name? Because the flower it opening or blooming at 4 o'clock. So that movement, the nastic movement, that is caused by stimulus of light. So it's called as photonasty. The nictinasty, the nasty movement that it's caused by the dark condition, sleeping movement. The closing of compound leaves at night. So that during the night time, it closing. That moment is what? A nictinasty. The thicmonasty, the moment it caused by stimulus to touch. Touch me not plant. Mimosa pudisa. So the closing of leaves of Mimosa pudisa, when we touch, it closed. So this movement, thicmonasty movement. And thermonasty movement, the nasty movement that is caused by temperature stimulus. So tulip flower, for example, tulip flower will bloom if suddenly get temperature increasement. When the temperature increased, it bloom. That movement, thermonasty movement. And complex nasty movement is nasty movement that is caused by several factors altogether. The opening and closing of stomata, it influenced by light, chemical substance, and water. Here, many factors it influence the opening and closing of stomata. So this movement, complex nasty movement. The opening and closing of stomata, it influenced light, water, temperature. So this movement is called as complex nasty movement. Venus flytrap, it catches the insect. So this is also a movement. Venus trap is called movement. Let's study about the difference between tropic and NASTIC movement. The tropic movements unidirectional response to the stimulus, only one direction. NASTIC movement, not directional response to the stimulus. The tropic movement growth depend movements. Growth depend movements, but here the growth independent movements does not depend on the growth. The tropic movement more or less permanent and irreversible movements are here. But the NASTIC movements are temporary movement. This is reversible movement. Just you have to take the mimosa buddhisa touch-me-not plant. If you touch the touch-me-not plant, it get shrinkage. After it become normal position. That is reversible changes, reversible movement. The tropic movement found in all plants. The root grow towards the gravitational force. The shoot grow towards the photolight, phototropism. The NASTIC movements found only in a few specialized plants. It's not common in all the plants. Only some plants it take the NASTIC movement. The tropic movement slow action, not suddenly, very fast cannot grow. It get little bit late, gradually it get growth movement. NASTIC movement immediate action. Touch-me-not plant and Venus trap plant. Immediate action we can see that. So today class we have learned about types of tropism, phototropism, geotropism, heterotropism, thigmotropism, and hemotropism, and NASTIC movement, photonasty, thigmonasty, thermonasty. So these are the difference between the tropic movements and NASTIC movements we have studied. The remaining part we will study the next class. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching.